Matthew 22, Jesus says to love God and love others. So we take that literally and we apply it here in the third world slums that we live in. And there is our extreme needs in the children. We're meeting spiritual needs, health, medical needs, nutritional needs, emotional needs, educational needs. So what we do here is save children, we save kids. We are Hope House Civic. The honesty's too much, and I have to close my eyes and hide. I wanna hold you till I die. I originally came to the Philippines in 2003. I was a single father, and I was chatting with a college teacher, and I came to visit her. So while I was here, I just had no idea. Jesus loves you. That's why we're giving you sandwiches. How are you guys? I just had never really seen that kind of poverty. I was very affected by it. You want a sandwich?
Okay.
Peanut butter sandwich. And I thought at the end about maybe I really need to come back to God now, because I was just really, I knew then what I wanted to do, and that was to come here and help the kids. So that started in 2003. But it took me 6 more years to get my life unwrapped. Well, and I was a single father. I needed to let my kids grow up bigger. And so then I came here in March of 2009. I didn't know anything about the dynamics of third world poverty at all. And in fact, you have to live here a while to really, there are people that visit here in hotels. They have scuba diving here. There are deep sea divers. People come here for all kinds of reasons. And they're here and don't see it. Because they're self-involved. They're involved with themselves. They see it, but they don't see it. I even had an American nurse here who said, I was pointing out some things to her, and she said, well, that's all they know. They're okay. Well, that's easy, you know. And I think some of it is, I think part of it is people just don't want to be responsible for it. They feel like they're not responsible for it, somebody else's problem. And they just don't want to deal with it. I think it's just easier to come up with an excuse why it's that way, and they're off the hook. Maybe, I don't know. I really don't know. Or people are just really blind, maybe. Jesus said they have eyes and they don't see, and ears that they don't hear, and that applies to people in this. Because even myself, I'm not in a hotel. I was poor here for a year. Well, I'm still poor, but I'm okay. I mean, I'm not starving. But I went through it with them, and that's an eye-opener. Wait a minute, there's no food bank, there's no place to apply for food stamps. The churches don't care. They really don't care. They're not going to help you. Nobody's going to help you. You are on your own. So that's where they say the rubber meets the road. Well, there's millions of people here living where the rubber meets the road every day. They're literally working just to eat. And if anything happens, bad, medical, they're just dead or sick. or crippled or impaired, they're not going to get help. It's not going to happen. I knew why I was coming here, but I didn't know how I was going to do it. It's really strange. I mean, I got on the plane in Seattle with just God, basically. I had surrendered to God in Seattle. But even though you surrender to God, you don't change overnight. I didn't really have the Bible in me. I mean, I grew up with it, but I wasn't a mature Christian, certainly not. And I was just kind of surprised I was going to. I mean, what am I doing? I thought I should be fearful because I knew it was a one-way ticket. I was just going to go one way. I wasn't going to take the return flight. I wasn't going to bail out, no matter what. I made up my mind. If I just die, just die. God spoke to me and said, you help the kids and I'll help you.